Hey guys, so today is my 2-month update on my freeform lock journey, and I've been waiting for November 14th, like, hurry up. There's a lot to update you guys on. A lot has changed. As you can see, my hair definitely looks different from my last video, which was my 2-week update. My hair still kind of looked like an afro in a sense. And for those of you who may not know, I started freeforming from my afro, straight from my afro, not from a twist out, not from manipulated sectioning or anything like that. All of my sections formed on their own from my afro. So now that I am 2 months in, I will definitely show you all of the changes. So I must say that I am smack dab in the middle, like in the eye of the storm, in the middle of my awkward phase. Or some may call it the ugly stage, but I don't think it's ugly at all. So I will not say that this is my ugly stage. Okay, it is a beautiful, beautiful stage. And but yes, awkward, absolutely, because my hair does not know what to do. My hair is confused. See, my hair has been trained to do one thing for a very long time, which was stay in order. And now I am allowing my hair to be more chaotic in a sense, to finding their own order. And now they're kind of like, wait, what? Where do we go? What's happening? So that's the frizz. So I am in a very frizzy stage. I am in a very budding stage as well. So nothing but frizz and buds. Now, as you can see, with the frizz, a lot of you who started freeforming around the same time I started, shout out to you guys. You guys are hitting me up talking about your frizz. Now, here's the thing about frizz, especially when you're freeforming. There's nothing you can do about that, especially if you have if your curl pattern's kind of loose and you have that fine texture in a sense where you're gonna have a lot of wayward hairs, only because you need your frizz in order for your locks to form. Your locks cannot form without your frizz, so you need to embrace it and get over it, because soon, maybe in the next couple of months, your frizz will calm down. Trust me, I've watched enough journeys to see that, and I can actually see the change. So as your locks mature, the frizz will go away. Not completely, but most of it will. The crazy frizz will. I mean, in order, if you think about locking, the hairs are trying to intertwine and lock into each other. So if you have wayward hairs that are going here and there, they're trying to find ways to do this. So just allow your hair to do that. See, in my mistake early on, my first month, right? I'm not that far in my journey, but I learned real quick. In my first month, I realized what I was trying to do was conceal the fact, or kind of like hide this process, kind of hide the ugly stage, because we get into that habit. So I was wearing my hair back like this a lot, or I was putting the lock sock on, and it's really tight. It's cute, but it's kind of tight, where it kind of slicks my hair down like this. And doing that too much, what I realized is that it was interrupting my locking process, because if you're not allowing the loose hairs that are outside of your lock to join in, I mean, it's self-explanatory. So you have to allow that process to happen. This is also why I do not cover my hair when I sleep, especially in the beginning, maybe later on, but I do sleep on a satin pillowcase, and I sleep with all of my hair out. So I'm giving my frizz and my hair the opportunity to do all of this, because I just want to get through this. The faster I allow my hair to do this, the faster I'll get out of this phase. So by you guys trying to do this all the time to get through it is kind of prolonging that process. So understand that, okay? Also, as far as the buds go, for those of you who do not know about buds, if you're not familiar with that term, budding is what happens when your lock is trying to become solidified and set a foundation on the inside of the lock. So when that happens on the inside, all of the tangling and all of that is happening. The outside kind of you see a whole bunch of loops and lumps and bumps. Even with, it's not just with freeforming, even when you see someone with comb coils or 2-strand twist who are actually locking their hair, and they have like the manicured locks as well, you'll see that they start to bud, and there's no way that they can kind of skip through those loops as well. And I'll show you some of my loops because I got some loops, all right? And some people will look at this, especially new lockers who have not necessarily done their research. You'll look at your buds and you'll think something is happening or something is wrong because it looks like something is terribly wrong. Okay, and I'll show you. Here's an example of a lock that I have that has so many. You see these loops? This is not an accident. This is not a mess up. This is actually a part of the process. So I have budding all throughout my lock here. Eventually, all of these loops will disappear. And I'll show you how they will disappear because there were some that have already started to kind of disappear and mature. So here's an example. Here's one of my more mature locks. For whatever reason, this one is locking really, really fast. This is actually one of my favorites. That's probably why it's locking faster. I need to show some more love to the rest of my locks. So this one, as you can see, it has loops right here. But if you look up this way, you can see that it's very solid. It's very solid. And it's straight. And it's round. It's almost perfect. And I did not palm roll or twist or anything. This is what happens post-bud. This is what happens after the bud. So do not get discouraged, guys, if you see all of those crazy buds. Because my hair was budded like crazy. It looked like this. This lock looked like this. Now it's calming down and it's maturing. So as you can see, this is what forms after the fact. And it will continue all the way down to the end. So I have these kind of all over the place. Here's another one that's kind of forming. This is a crazy budded one. As you can see, it looks crazy. But once again, that's going to round out and it's going to calm down. So me knowing, because trust me, I did a lot of research before doing this. I didn't freak out when I saw the buds. I actually got excited. So please embrace the buds and embrace the frizz, guys. It's a really good sign. Really good sign. As far as how I've been feeling, my emotions, and I can say that it's definitely an emotional roller coaster. I'm still getting used to this process. I'm really learning a lot about patience. I've had some ugly days for sure. Like I said, in my first month, I wanted to constantly cover it up because I didn't want people looking at my, like, where I was in my process. And I realized that, of course, as you grow in this, because this is definitely lessons upon lessons, I just realized that there's no point in that. I'm stunting my growth in my hair as well as my personal growth. So now I really truly just kind of let my hair just go. If you think my hair is a mess and it's ugly, then that's your problem. It's not really mine. And I'm not going to interrupt my lock process just to make other people feel comfortable. You know, this will be over soon. And before you know it, I'm going to have a head full of locked hair. Now, the front is locking slower than the back. I have a lot of locks formed in the back, and the front is still, as you can see, it's very curly and loose still. It's a little lock action going on like in the root part, but not at the ends. So it's still very curly in the front, but it's sectioned off completely, and it's definitely more frizz in the front because, as I said, it's just taking longer to lock here. But before this video gets too long, I'm going to show you guys, give you guys a good look at my locks so that you can see them. All right. Like a drum, 9 buggy. I love it when you type it first if you wanna sing
Sing to my body, hold me tight, Miss Lover. I love it when you do it like I say. Keep it up, boy, we can do this all day. Keep my heart on my Miss Entropy. Never find nobody that will do it this way. Hold me down, beat it like a bullet. Beat my drum like a drum 9 boogie. I love it when you dive it first if you wanna. Sing to my body, hold me tight, Miss Lover. I love it when you do it like I say. Keep it up, boy, we can do this all day. Keep my heart on my Miss Entropy. Never find nobody that will do it this way. Do it this way, 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 do it this way.
Yeah, so these are my locks 2 months in, and I will be back with a 4-month update in January 14th. So I will see you guys then, and we shall see these loops kind of disappearing, hopefully. But either way, it's all a process and it's still a beautiful one. So thank you for watching.